VC, Dark Dove, back with you again, and yes, I know it was only about 5 days ago that I put up my last video, but I have another very interesting haul to show you. This time the haul is courtesy of a charity shop here in town, a cancer shop to be precise, which I've previously got some very nice hauls from, because every month they do a window sale where they have the items up in the window for about a month. Then on a set day they just sell it off. People turn up, you queue up, and it's first come first served. So this morning I got there at 7:30. They were opening at 10, so I had quite a long wait. It was a bit wet, but about half an hour after I got there, who turns up but the magpie? You all know about the magpie. For those of you who may be unaware of why myself and Ben hate the magpie so much, initially, maybe about 2 years ago, Ben was doing a bit of browsing in a flea market here in town. He picked out an album by Frupp, a very collectible and rare album, but he had it set aside down, but he was kind of distracted by, I think his young son Jamie, I think, wanted to go to the loo or something, and when his back was turned, the magpie snatched it, went up and paid for it before Ben realised what had happened. So that is why he is christened the magpie, and it's not for any kind of no reason that we despise him. But anyway, I got there. I was first in the door. I saw them putting the stuff out, so I knew pretty much where the items I wanted were. So I made a beeline. There's 4 separate boxes, so I made a beeline for one box, and I'll show you my finds. Starting off with this album by Man, Welsh progressive rock group. Rhinos, Winos and Lunatics. This is from, I think, 75 or thereabouts. And Ben Costello, this is for you, because you said you don't have this, so you do now. Very nice copy as well, nice clean copy. That was the only item by Man that I grabbed. Also grabbed this. This is Maximum Darkness, which I think is from roughly 74 thereabouts. Again, this is also on United Artists. Again, a very nice copy indeed. I ended up grabbing a lot more items than I intended, and I kind of ended up paying, well, most of these items were about €7.50. A few of them were $6.50, but I grabbed 11 items in total, so as you can imagine it came to quite a bit in the end. But here's another interesting item which I picked up, spoken word item. So James Joyce Ulysses, Soliloquies of Molly and Leopold Bloom, read by Siobhan McKenna, famous Irish stage actress. Very nice looking label there. And by the way, can I just point out that hang on till the end of this video, because there is a bona fide grail coming up. is a folk sampler on the Topic label. Folk songs, a collection of ballads and broadsies, Topic sampler number 6. This includes a few songs by Shirley Collins. It's on the Topic label. The sleeve is kind of a bit trash, but it can be glued back, I suppose. Now this is one of the items which I was gunning for, because when I saw it in the window in the run up to the sale. This is by however you pronounce his name, John Fahey or Fahey, and his orchestra, and this is called Old Fashioned Love, and it's got this rather interesting series of photos on the back of this Edwardian lady conducting self-defense against this ne'er-do-well here. She's I like the way she's got her hand on her hip in all the pictures. She's kind of very effortlessly fending off this this rogue here. It's quite funny. And this is a really nice copy. It's still in its shrink wrap, as you can see there, and it looks barely played. Okay, so that's John Fahey, legendary blues guitarist. Next up, now this is somebody that Ben showed in his recent kind of big haul video that we made, that myself and Ben conducted together. Alan Stivell, Olympia live recording. I don't have anything by Alan Stivell, so I'm trying to give this a spin, because I'm not usually familiar with his music. This is an Irish pressing. Actually, it appears to be on Fontana, but the labels then are Phillips. So Alan Stivell, and it's in really nice condition as well, the disc. Moving on, now this was another one which I had got in my sights. Yes, I was gunning for this one when I saw it. Ultravox, their debut self-titled album from 1977. This was before Midge Ure joined, so this is when John Fox was fronting the band. So I haven't listened to this, I haven't heard this album before, but it's apparently quite untypical of their later output. It's supposedly more punk, new wave influenced. I don't think it's the first pressing. I think it may be a slightly later pressing from the 80s. So just before I go on, so standing around waiting along with about Magpie and about 7 or 8 other people. This crazy woman came along at one point. This woman maybe in her 40s. It was kind of raining, but she was wearing only a kind of a flimsy top, kind of a sleeveless t-shirt, but she was kind of standing around looking slightly out of it, and at one point she took out a purse and put it up to her nose and started sniffing like that. I don't think it was smelling salts she was sniffing. Yeah, she was acting a bit strange. She came back later and was kind of slightly aggressive. She kind of said something to some of the people in the queue. so kind of strange people you get hanging around at that hour of the morning. But anyway, moving on. Richard Thompson, Amnesia. Not familiar with this album. Don't know what it's like. It's from the 80s, 1988. Capitol Records. Yeah, it looks in really nice condition. There's a rough, interesting picture there. So yeah, not familiar with it. So we'll see what that's like. Moving on, the Grail is getting closer, so don't go away. Here's one you're all familiar with. 10,000 Maniacs in My Tribe. I haven't had this on vinyl before, so very happy to pick this one up. 1987, Natalie Merchant. Yeah, so I'm sure you're all familiar with it. It's a pretty seminal album from the 80s. So quite happy to pick that up on vinyl finally. Now, second last item. This is Cream, Ginger Baker and Company, with Goodbye, their final album. Not an original pressing, I think. I would say it's probably a mid-70s or 70s repress. It has one of those very annoying stickers, Notting Hill tape exchange, which a lot of people over in the UK and here in Ireland would be familiar with, because a lot of second-hand records seem to originate from this place, and these stickers are really hard to get off. They're a real nuisance. Now, the Grail. This was one of the items which I specifically really set out to get. I could see in the window just before the place opened, they were putting out, they were kind of stacking the records into the boxes, and I saw this one, I saw where they put it, so I knew which box it was in. Luckily, the box that it was in also had the John Fahey and the Ultravox, so I was quite lucky there, so I grabbed this. It's the sensational Alex Harvey band, Tomorrow Belongs to Me. Alex Harvey, 1972. Another interesting picture there of a band kind of playing, pretending to be winos, and with what looks like a real wino. I don't think that guy's acting somehow. And this die-cut sleeve with Alex behind bars, and which then opens out. Spine is a bit knackered, but anyway, as you know, this is on Vertigo. When I picked out all my records, I had a look at it. I was kind of assuming there would probably be the Spaceship label, you know, the Spaceship label reissue, but pulled the paper bag out, and I saw this, and my heart started pumping pretty fast. So yes, it is a swirl. Sensational Alex Harvey band, framed on Vertigo Swirl, for €7.50. So I think that the entire haul may have cost me a bit in the pocket, but this was well worth it, I can tell you. So so that's it. We're at 15 minutes. Very pleased with this haul, but in particular with that grail. I think we can definitely call that a bona fide grail. So thanks very much for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a good weekend.